Okay, folks, cool. It is 9 o'clock Sunday night, UK time. That can mean only one thing. It is time for the melt. You know the drill. Right, is that working? Say hell yeah if you can hear this. That's hell yes, they can hear it. It's filling. I suppose you better do this, Wills. Right, let's do it. Good evening, folks. 9 o'clock Sunday night, UK time. Deja vu. I've also got a healthy shade of pink on me. And a strange growth of my right shoulder. That's quite hairy and small and smiles. Yes, we've got Willow Gate crashing us tonight because she wanted to, it is the Willow show. Nothing changes, does it?
You seem to Sunday nights to the Willow show.
When it gets to your birthday. When it gets to your birthday, you can have a party show. Because you're good.
Yeah.
All hail the Willow. Hey, calm down, insane. Now, hear this. Right, I had Tam, and Mott, insane, CJ, Brooks. I saw Leon earlier. What you get? Great to see you, Willow, and lovely to see your assistant. Don't be encourager, Hayley. Don't you be smiling.
What, do we got this in costume?
Yeah,
Okay.
like you normally look.
Okay.
Hey, so we asked Willow the question. I'd hate to see what the answer would be. Sent you a PayPal a little ways back. Hopefully you got it. Wasn't much, but I figure every bit counts. Every bit does count, Ryan. Thank you, buddy. And I haven't had a notification saying no, I haven't had them, so I'm assuming I got it. Thank you, bud. Been soldiering on, been a difficult month, but it's been a good one. I know I've been quiet this week, but I've actually had quite a busy week in the studio. I've managed to film 2 proper tutorials. Yeah, I know. They're on Patreon right now, so if you're a patron, you want to see them right now, you can jump on Patreon. But next Tuesday's terrain video is starting, and then I've got the Tuesday afterwards, which puts me a good week and a half ahead, if you know what I mean. Yeah, which is... Why is that saying no data? Accent edition. It's playing with me tonight. Stream help. Let's just keep an eye on that. Right. So yeah, I managed to get me some tutorials done, and I'm having a think about what to do next week. As in, I'm thinking about getting back into doing some Let's Make tutorials and actually make some simple terrain stuff. I've been doing the what you call it. Thank you. Yeah. And so I'm thinking something volcanic. Let's make volcanoes and stuff like that, and lava pools and volcanic rock and crystals. So that's what next week has in store with me. But above all, it's really well back in the saddle.
Can I help you make the crystals?
I'm going to carve them out of foam.
Oh.
Don't get excited.
I got excited.
I know you did. Halo jumping, because if you'll only get older if you don't. Yeah, halo jumping, no. Standard jumping was scary enough for me. Halo, hell no. High altitude, low opening is halo. You jump from very high up and you don't open your chute until you get very low. So basically you just like, or like squirrel it. So I'm told. Gate crash the studio and live stream. That's the way to do it. Now, I've been having a bit of a mare getting the Google Doc in. Yeah, and so if you've got any terrain related questions, we're going to put those in the comments, guys. So just throw a few question marks before your question so I can spot it, and I'll pick them as we go. Yeah, other than that, my life has been utter chaos this week.
Yeah, because I've Corbin, not me.
No, Corbin was good. Yeah, my car broke down, new alternator, 370 quid. And then after they fixed it, and I was on my way to the girlfriend's yesterday, broke down again. And then last night I had a dodgy curry, and I am not feeling good. I have not eaten today because I'm just not risking it. Hope Willow's feeling better after her ordeal. How are you feeling now?
Good, I've still got eat eggs.
You can't eat eggs.
They don't like me.
James is complaining about the wife's TV. What kind of glue would you recommend to attach a PVC foam board to expanded polystyrene? To be truthful, PVC foam board. The best one, you want to go with a contact adhesive, because PVA doesn't really work well on PVC foam board. If you've got no choice or you've got no contact adhesive, then scrape the board and abrase it so that the PVA can key in a little, and that works quite well. Any more questions? Keep them coming. Hello, Mel. It's good to see you cracking again. It's good to be cracking again, Chris, to be perfectly honest. You know, we know I had my struggles, but this month has been great. I mean, if I sit back and look at, I mean, I said I'd do a vlog every day and just connect. And within the first week, I was really getting myself back in terrain. I've managed to improve my computer to the watch. Where are you going?
I'm going to get milk.
Okay. Wouldn't be the Sunday night without chaos, would it? So I've managed to get like my computer sorted. Well, I'm working to a stage where I can video edit on it. I've managed to I've started filming again, and that's getting more comfortable and a lot more comfortable with the videos. I mean, I had a bit of a screw up with one of them. Yeah, on the day that my car broke down, which normally would have thrown me. You know what I mean? But in fact, I just went in. You know, next day, got it sorted, nailed it, and we're laughing. No worry, Haley. Haley's asking, what are some of your favourite MDF terrain manufacturers? Any little known companies you want to give a shout out to? Well, I'm not sure what's going on with them, but obviously Foreground, Sarissa I like. On top of that, yeah, Uncertain Scenery I'm having a dabble with at the moment. Beyond that, there's tons. Yeah, let's hit in the chat. Come on, guys, what's your favourite terrain? Here's the question. What's your favourite manufacturer, MDF manufacturer, and why? Don't just give us a list. Give us why you like that manufacturer. They're nuts. Considering building a number of Viking longships to use as terrain, how would you go about it? Well, that's proper model making, that is. Depends how detailed you want them to be. I'd be tempted to actually make them out of balsa wood. Wet the balsa wood so you can curve it and make them proper. Depends what scale, mate. How detailed, do you know what I mean? Okay, crunch a lot. Okay, not a terrain question, but a patron question. Does viewing on Patreon counts towards YouTube likes, views, etc.? Yes, it does, Tom. Yeah, because it's ported in from YouTube. Currently, the videos are unlisted on YouTube. Yeah, so when you watch them on Patreon, you are technically watching them on YouTube. Yeah, it's just they won't be made public on YouTube until the Tuesdays. Because I'm trying to get this into the rhythm of new terrain vids every Tuesday for you. Right. Bruce is asking, I'm doing a blasted village along with a World War I trench. Nice. And all the fire would come from one direction. How could I represent the terrain damage that in terrain damaged buildings? Stone brick mostly. Easiest way, put holes in the front and blow out the back. You know, so when buildings that get shelled, it either gets like sort of splash damage and burn damage over the front, or pretty honestly, yeah, the munition goes straight through the front and takes out the back. Yeah, I hate to say it, there's plenty of reference material in Ukraine at the moment. There's plenty of photos about. You know, shame. You know, we weren't using historical reference on something like that. That's all I'm commenting on that. You know the drill, but you can do it that way. Right. Warbases make some nice MDF kits, very affordable, and things others don't cover. I've seen their jungle stuff. It's nice. Their jungle huts. Biggie same Lego. Nice. Really going to miss Foreground. Their most recent stuff fit together like German engineering. Foreground's a bit of a phoenix. They have a tendency to keep popping back. So we'll see how that goes. You're not dead in this game until you're dead. I'm a living proof of that. I have to say, starting to see some really nice MDF buildings and small scale eBay sellers on eBay. Illydia Game Studio is a good one. Lots of different scales and it's still a one-person company. Tom saying TT Combat. Great value, wide range, decent details. They are not saying what's called Black Magic Craft. Jeremy over at Black Magic Craft has a video on making what's called Viking long ships. Things from the basement are my preferred laser cut terrain. They're the actual designers behind my foreground jungle buildings. For really great detail, Knights of Dice, but rather expensive and not really available in the UK. Do you know, I look at Viv's kits. Yeah, ever since Viv started what's called laser cutting. Yeah, his kits are wicked. You know, the detail in them are beautiful. He did a Chinatown set, and it's got all the dragons and that sort of stuff, and it's absolutely wicked. That's Knights of Dice. The issue is he's over in Australia, and MDF ain't cheap to ship. Do you think that encourages subscribers, Willa?
What?
Your face.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Smile. Smile,
Didn't
child.
you just tell me why am I smiling earlier?
Well, don't stare at him like that. Okay, how do you manage space when you build more terrain? I'm in a tiny condo and I pretty much stopped building terrain because I have nowhere to cram it. Been thinking about moving to smaller scales. Yeesh, well, we've been here before with terrain. Yes, well, thank you, Willow.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Sometimes you just need to accept that space is a limitation. I've done a couple of videos. They're on the Talk Terrain playlist. Yeah, on storage and how to make terrain for easy storage and stuff like that. But above all, you know, terrain does take up space. And if you're limited with space at some point, you need to start making decisions. And one of those decisions can be, I need to move on with a set. Now, there's a good way of doing this. What you can do is you can make a core set. Yeah.
So I'm distracted.
Clearly. Yeah, you can make a core set of all the common things in your landscape. And then make little subsets to add to them. And then, you know, to vary things up. You know, so if you've got a fantasy one, you'd have woods, trees, stones, that sort of stuff. Then you can make a little village set. Or you can make a fortified outpost set. Or you can make a magic area set with magic pools and portals and weird trees. And then what you do is, you you're like, all right, I keep my main set. You know, I keep a few of my sets. But once you've played through one of the mini sets enough, yeah, and you decide, you know what, I can do this better, I want to change something, you sell the mini set, yeah, and you use that to bring a bit of cash in to fund your next one. And the fact is, no one likes the idea of having to sell terrain, but it's a lot cheaper than having to buy a bigger house because you can't watch it. I mean, I'm up to 2 studios now. And, you know.
One has my axe in.
Does.
And my mushroom painting.
And if I wasn't master of my own domain in this house, I probably wouldn't have this room. But I am. Simply Gaming in the UK stocks some nice, some Knights of Dice kit, Tamsin says. But restocking can be an issue. Might check them out, see what they got. Not to say Craig got Uncertain Scenery, as easy to chat and really nice looking stuff. The train, not Craig.
What does this mean?
Retracted?
Yeah.
It means they've changed their mind about posting it.
Oh, okay.
Charles is saying, need space. Tossed a lot of old clothes and filled my DVDs and filled with my DVDs and opened up space in the bookcase. Yeah, that works. As a club and shop, the best advice with terrain, have a couple of big bits and a lot of smaller scatter. It's with it stored in one box, helps keep it simple. Yeah, that works. Right, Tam's saying shiny games, not simply gaming.
Shiny games.
Blow it up and don't forget to make a video. Yeah, that'll work. Haley's saying space is a big problem for her too. Absolutely running out of space in my bedroom of boxes of models and terrain. Yeah, it happens. Especially if you're only working from a bedroom. I remember those days. I was young then. I had hair.
That was a long time ago.
It was. Back then, yeah, we didn't even know what the millennium was.
What was your hair colour? I thought you were a ginger at first. And then I realised, no, it's going to either be blonde or black.
Technical issues, guys. Nothing happened.
Professional.
Emotional damage. I know that one. You can't pull that one. I know that one. Emotional damage.
The fact that you can't even say it right.
It's how I'm going to be kicking your butt, young lady.
Professional, we're on camera.
Making all terrain able to fit inside other pieces will resolve storage, Russian nesting doll style. Ooh, hollow from the bottom or lids. Yeah, I can see that. That'll work. Don't be showing off your glitter. Gary's saying that he went and bought a storage building. I know. The cheek on her. I know. Yeah, everyone that you see the chats with me. Space is big, really big. Obviously didn't make terrain. Nope. Right, just moved to the house today from a 2-bedroom flat. Can't wait to get hobbying on. Nice. I have 0 space, so I'm doing everything based on A4 foam boards. As long as I can get them in a box to store, I'm okay. Yeah, that'll work. I can see that working. Bet Mel was a punker with a green mohawk back in the day, or purple maybe. No, Mel wasn't a punker. Mel was a boy soldier, paid by the army, £12 a day at 16.
Were you a ginger?
Thinking that Mel had his hair, let alone cut. Shut up, John. Oh, it's turning into a rag on Mel show, is it?
Yeah, we're just guessing. It's kind of been a while since you had hair.
My hair was beige coloured according to Grok. Come on. Get the hair thing out of you. See, even Martin and Carol's popped up just to make a hair comment. Cheers, dude. Thank you.
Did you have a man bun?
I reckon you wore your hair out wearing a helmet. Is there any significant difference between using modelling plaster or using Gibb plaster? I don't know what modelling plaster is, and I don't know what a Gibb plaster is, mate.
Yeah, same. Wait, is modelling plaster that thing that me and you used on that lighthouse build when I was in primary school?
No, that was acrylic water effects.
No.
There was no plaster. What is the biggest thing you have ever built, Mel, and how long did it take?
Burn build, still not done.
The burn on her!
How many years have you been doing that for?
Okay, she's right. Let's skip over the fact that she's right and just focus on the burn. Has it come out your nose? Have you just snotted milk on YouTube? Right, there you are. Emotional damage. There you go. That's killed her. What's this wrong with you? Yeah, you're picking on Tan with the ginger hair. And she's a moderator. She can boot you. Go get him, Tan. Have him. It's discrimination. There's laws against that. was chatting to Mini Factorum about terrain, and they say they're looking at terrain in a box kit for gamers, where you get a table in a stackable plastic box that could fit under a bed. Yeah, I've seen a lot of options along those routes, to be perfectly honest. I mean, storage for modelling, for terrain making, is an issue. The other thing is, we tend to like showing off our armies, but unless you've got, like, the storage space.
You have a lot of storage space around the house.
I know. As soon as you move out, I'm going to have more.
It's like you've got there, you've got there, you've got there, you've got there, you've got all of that.
I've got an entire
You have
house.
2 studios full, and there is still some in Mum's house.
There's still terrain in Mum's house.
Yes, because I have it in my room.
Why? What terrain have you got?
I've got a ton of it.
Like what?
You know, foam boards where you were just practicing like your hills and all that kind of stuff. I have all of that. I kept it.
Right, okay. Terrain everywhere. CJ's saying Willow's absolutely right.
Sorry, I've got people ringing me unpopular.
Yeah, they've just been watching YouTube. Dad asked me today when my husband started losing his hair. I said I didn't know because it started before I met him when he was 15 and he got quite upset. If you have walls, you have shelf space. If you have ceilings, there are always hooks and fishing lines. Clyde, that's taken. Okay, I can agree with the shelf space comment. Yeah, but the the fishing wires and hooks from the ceiling. Dude, what have you been watching? Why are you laughing at that? Why do you find that funny, Willow?
Well, you're not really documentaries.
No.
Mum showed me one recently and it was funny.
That's your mother, yes.
Okay.
Sounds like Mel might have to have a garage sale. Terrain, as far as the eye can see, yeah, quite a lot of it.
Mhm.
CJ saying his version of the BBB isn't even built yet. Oh.
You okay?
Oh, just.
Indigestion.
Yeah, it's that. Still feeling a little sick. What about Melcon 2022?
What? Is this something I didn't know about?
Something I didn't know about, so chill.
Oh.
Melcon, let's leave that until 2023, at least. I've got enough challenges to get past it over this year, yeah? And so I'm going to focus on getting back on the channel, making my terrain, doing tutorials. The trouble is, they don't always stay moved out. 7 of us, 3 generations, and stepson coming back in a while. It's the way it goes, buddy. Right, very quick one. Oh, I've had PayPal. Right, guys, just a quick shout out. Ooh! Check the message on that. If you're liking the show, there are links down below. Yeah, you can put a smile on my face with a quick click on one of those. And it all helps, guys. From Simon C. There's a message there somewhere. You probably need some of these currency things. Yeah, that'll do. Thank you, buddy. Oh, are you Australian?
Yes.
No. With careful use of magnets, you could attach playable terrain and figures from the. Don't be putting it magnets from the ceiling.
Stand on your own.
Gommy's using the BBB for inspiration for the big Vietnam build. Very useful. Is that a copyright claim? That's like copyright infringement.
Go for it.
Oh. Right, more questions, folks. Come on, throw them at me. Train on the ceiling. I must be dreaming. It's the way it goes. Any chance of some orky terrain in the future? Do you know what? I haven't done anything like that. What do you think? Do you think I should do some orky terrain?
What's orky terrain?
For orcs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you include a snail on it somewhere?
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like a snail somewhere. Thank you.
Right. Mangrove trees. Any tips? You can use roots really well. Yeah. Roots of actual plants. You know, bushes, stuff like that. Wash them off. Yeah. Trim them, and then just simply place them down. And then you've got to build your structure, your tree off that. But you can actually blend those in quite nicely. And they get all the sort of arches, but you just got to glue them down. Yeah?
You're streaming.
Yeah, that's me. It's a good picture as well, actually, of your head.
Alright. It's a very good photo.
Have you ever done 28mm pigtails for barbed wire? I don't even know what barbed wire pigtails are. Haley's saying, I'd love to see some orchid terrain. Ginormous New Guinea build. Okay, Mangrove Tree Paper Cuts has a great video for him. Yeah, it does. Have I ever used adhesive glue for water effects? We'll give it a go myself. No, I don't tend to use glues for water effects.
You use.
I use generally water effect things. The only change on that is clear acrylic silicone sealant. I'll stipple with that. I don't really like using glues because they're very rarely UV resistant, and so the colour change. Thank you, George. Do a Brit World War II commando training camp. They did have those with the 14th, didn't they? Kind of spikes with the loops to hold the wire. I think if you're going to do something like that, paper clips, something like that, or floral wire stems, yeah, which are green stems. Your face. Engage with the engage, or just you're sitting there like, ah. You look like Corbin.
I don't really know what to do. Like, do you want me to make fun of you or do we just like?
Tell you what, just shut up.
I'll just do this for a while.
Yeah, if I was going to do wire work, stuff like that, paper clips or something like that. The thing is, when you look at the small scale stuff, when you scale it down, you've got to ask yourself, what you call it? You're throwing me now, Willow. You've got to ask yourself, what would you actually see, if you know what I mean, at that scale, of that piece? Oh, I haven't done Tyrannid train since, what you call it? After Corbin was born. I used to have a massive Tyrannid army, and so I did a Tyrannid board. If I find out that you're taking the mick out of me with sign language, I'll beat you. Well, any future plans to build something you've always wanted to make? A castle, ancient Egypt. I want to do a castle. Everyone's done a castle. I'll get there eventually. I just need to grow the channel until it's properly and I can take like a month out to do it.
You have done a castle with me before.
Yeah, but that was just a simple one.
Yeah.
I want to do a proper one.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Refurbishing all terrain. What's the thing that you can do that will have the biggest impact? Washing. Going in, give it a wash. A lot of people don't put washes on terrain, and just going in, putting a wash on it will make a massive difference.
I thought that you just said that doing the washing was hard. And I was like, I agree. I
know.
had to do it today.
I know. Martin saying a really alien type planet surface terrain board. Yeah, my old Tyrannid board. I had the the spore spouts, and I had tentacles coming out of things, and oh, it was great. I also I did this thing where I did when the Tyranids first came out, yeah, it sort of explained how they invaded planets, and one of the things that they do is they sort of
Show or hide. Which one?
Let Tam or one of the mods deal with that.
Okay.
There you are, see? Tam's great. Thank you, Tam. Yeah. And so they sort of like, when they attack the planet, they sort of make all the foliage overgrow before they eat it. So I had different stages for different stages of the attack, because we were playing like a campaign across a few planets, and I think I had about 8,000 points of Terrainiacs. I had all the Forge World resin stuff, and you know, it was good. I used one of your tutorials this week. I made a backdrop. Awesome, buddy. That's what I'm here to do. And that's what puts a smile on my face. Do the Perkit Fortress for Crimea for bot action. I'm actually seeing, what do you call it? Hey! What do you call it? Neil's done a castle. Yeah. Real Terrain Hobbies, Neil. He's been quiet recently and he's knocked out this awesome cat. Yeah. Listen, doesn't Neil look like Neil Buchanan? I hadn't seen one of his videos in a while and he started putting his face on him. Is Neil Buchanan? Hassan is saying, is that how you got into making terrains? Then through gaming? Yeah, very much so. But I came from, my mum owned a craft shop. So I came from a crafty and I'd done model making with what you call it. That's why she's really good at making loads of things. Because she used to own a craft shop. So when it comes to making the hats and stuff for school, she knows how to do it because she used to. Yeah. But yeah, it was, I came to terrain. I came for the gaming. Yeah, I had to make the terrain because back when I gamed, there wasn't terrain. You know, you couldn't buy it, really. And I suppose for me, yeah, one of the things about terrain was something I could do on my own. You know, when I moved and I didn't have gaming buddies and stuff like that. And I like an immersive table. I like that experience. What about large crystals? Yeah, I'm planning on those for the. I'm not going to talk about those because I want to cover those in the volcanic tutorials. Yeah.
Okay, I'm distracted.
Well, just disappear then.
There's a piece of. Look at your curtain.
What?
There's a tiny piece of string there.
Oh, Wills, come on. I'm in the middle of a live show, darling. You're randoming. You random in to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And you know what that means?
Yeah, I'm boring.
You're not relevant.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get.
You?
My name's Ant. There you are. That's easy enough, Hassan. Does anyone know how long foreground orders usually take to arrive? Put an order last week and I've not heard anything from them. Foreground are ramped at the minute with orders. Okay? Absolutely ramped. Yeah, with them closing down, a lot of people have put in orders to grab what they have and they've had a massive surge. And so my recommendation, Hayley, is I know that they're going to be sending all the orders out. It's just a matter of just stick with them. I think if you go up to the Warground Facebook page, what they're currently doing is they're actually putting up lists of the order numbers they're processing.
Been waiting 6 weeks on a foreground order.
Shakos and Sprues, I've been waiting 6 weeks on a foreground order. Right. I don't know how they do the order processing, to be perfectly honest. Mel, can I just say I think it's brilliant that your girl is doing this with you. I can't for my wait for my boy to understand. Ah, well, she's grown up doing this sort of stuff, haven't you, darling? Looking after your dad on live stream. Don't you dare! This is why I don't have hair. Because she polishes my head.
Look how shiny it is.
I can be sitting doing it and she'll just walk past and polish it. I see you with boot polish and you're dead. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I do like that game. I bought that for the terrain as well. Corbin's nailed it. I barely played it.
But they are closing down.
Yeah, well, true. They're closing in June. But at the same time, like I've said many times, you know what I mean? Foreground of, they're a bit like a phoenix. They can go and come back again. And they have got the Factorum site. They have got the laser cutters, you know, and the guys who own the Factorum site, they also have a separate laser cutting company that does non-wargaming stuff. So it's not like they're going to lose the facilities for laser cutting. So the potential for them to come back in the future, you know, when things stabilize, it's there. You just don't know. Why not do a combination castle with a volcanic board, aka Darth Vader's castle? What's that called? I've got it in there. I was looking at it. Scar or something like that.
A volcano castle.
No, the planet. There's a name for Vader's castle.
No, I don't know. I've never seen it.
You know, I mean, after what happened to Vader, I wouldn't be hanging around lava, to be perfectly honest. When I was little, I used to love standing behind my granddad and rubbing his head. Mustafa, that's it.
It's very good. It's fun.
She's doing my head in.
No, I'm rubbing your head.
Yes, like the one in Shrek. Right, I'm going to have to start issuing times out soon. Right, Dark Force Nexus Mel. Haley?
I thought you just randomly said the word Haley then.
No, Haley's further up with. She's had her answer.
I'm just Haley.
Haley. See, you're confusing Haley now. Right. Right, got any more terrain questions for me? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm feeling a little bit peculiar with the dodgy curry. What are you doing?
Hi.
No, you don't be typing hi.
Oh. Is that bad?
Just don't be engaging with keyboards or anything. It's working fine.
Okay.
Good evening from Mexico. Oh, I need to sit up. Oh, it was not good. It was not good at all. Now, my plans coming up for this week are quite interesting because I'm going to be tackling volcanic terrain as soon as I've got my car back, of course. Terrain question coming, just typing it. Hey, that's good. I'm not leaving that quick. Lava rivers in the future or not to be mentioned yet?
Haven't you already done one?
Patrons will be seeing lava rivers this month. Whether the channel sees them this month or whether it'll end up being next month, don't know. But yeah, lava rivers are coming. What about a mountain that opens up with tunnel system? Done that. That was my foreground build. Need a car to transport the lava. More a case of studio long distance away, and the buzzes are not nice for getting to my studio. Ideas for little touches on the Zone Mortalis board, add variation to wall sections. I'd look at press molding and get a few decals, shields, Mechanicus symbols, get some Uhuru blue stuff. It's Japanese, I don't know how to say it. Yeah. And do green stuff like press mold details. If that curry has its way, Mel will be doing a tutorial on pebble dashing. That was earlier. Now it's just the voidness of an empty stomach because Mel doesn't dare eat. Robert suspects Ben. What about Dwarf Hold? Technically did that. Did that with the whatchamacallit board. The Blackfire Pass board that I did for Total War. But I could do another one. Dwarves.
You probably improved a lot now.
Do you know what? Perhaps we should have a little tour around like the fantasy creatures terrain. Mushroom people. Okay, if I do mushroom people, you help me film that tutorial and we'll do it as a daddy-daughter project, yeah? We'll do my version and then you go teach your version. And we'll do them side by side at the same time and they can watch it. Yeah, and we'll see who's mushroom people.
Mine are gonna be better.
You sound like your mother. Yeah,
And you sound like
and
my
just
father.
just like your mother. Yeah, and I can say this because she's not in the same house as me. Can you lock the door?
Okay.
Yeah, but your terrain will end up on the great shelf of unfinished builds, like everything your mother tried to build. Right,
Oh,
do you know what? Do you know what?
Question.
I'll get to that question. Yeah, famous. Right, okay. I don't want to miss people's questions because that's what they're here for. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it was about Mangrove.
Green Stuff Games. Is that the? No, that's Green Stuff World, isn't it? Just got into Flames World. So you got any top tips for doing 10 mil? Totally new to it. Thinking about basing my games in Normandy. This comes up a lot. And what I'm going to say, yeah, is don't make individual terrain pieces. Make scenes. Make slightly larger terrain pieces with like a farm on, so you can and arrange all your things and make it pretty, and then lay that down. Because you're going to find in Flames of War, you're going to play round them. Okay, so your areas become your scatter terrain. So don't make a load of individual buildings. Actually, did he say 15 mil or 6? I think he said 15. No, actually, no? Flames of War isn't 15. It's 6, isn't it? 1/300, which is US NATO scale, and it's 1/285 for UK NATO scale. Because of course NATO has to have 2 scales for NATO scale. Right. The famous moment for where I'm wondering if you could do a tutorial on a mangrove swamp. I'm currently purchasing a muddy Arnold figure. I want a great scene where he's camouflaged in the mangroves. I'm not going to get a chance to do this before you need to do it, mate, to be perfectly honest, because I know what I want to build over these next couple of months. And that's sort of off on a tangent. Check out Paper Cuts, his jungle trees. And what you want is there, mate. He's got you covered on that one. Going to do up any Stargraviness terrain. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you guys, yeah, and this is a sort of, right, how's Mel doing and that sort of stuff. I've been doing the Burma build because I know what I want to do with it. I've got projects, it's comfortable for me. But I want to get back into what this whole channel was about, which is sharing general terrain building stuff, you know. And on that mind, I really do like the idea of doing theme terrain for the fantasy races, yeah, and sci-fi races. So we can do all terrain, we can do dwarf, mushroom people, yes. And so
can we do snails?
You can do snails if you want to do snails, yeah. And so I think that's the way I'm going to go over the next couple of months. I like Let's Make terrain videos because they're rather well self-contained, but they're a little bit more instructional and formal than the Burma build ones, yeah, which is what I need to get into now, yeah. Melon magic mushrooms, try them once in Amsterdam.
Mel, is that a dressing gown or a top or a dressing top?
It's just my comfy. Uramu, that's the Japanese stuff. Yeah, that's blue stuff. Eric's Hobby Workshop did a nice Zone Mortalis with quite a lot of details on it. Nice back. Nice. Honestly, the best policy. Thanks for the paper cuts tip. Appreciate that. No worries, mate. Loving the Burma build and all the stuff you do. I know what you call it. Thank you, Tam, for the link. Palm trees. Shut up.
Palm trees.
Shut up. You know, my Burma build is very much my go-to, and I've been playing around with my Chindits actually. You know, and I've got a bolt action tournament on the 15th, so 2 weeks time for that. But I don't want to be the bolt action channel. I don't want to be the big Burma channel. Yeah, and so I like the idea of doing all terrain and then moving on through the races. So I think that's a goer. I want to do the volcanoes first though, because I've got those planned out. So maybe little bits of scatter for the others while sticking with the Burma. Yeah, Clyde, that's how it works. The Let's Make pretty typically, it's not about making sets, it's about making individual pieces or a couple of variations on a piece. So quite often when I do the Let's Make, the pieces don't actually go together in a tutorial. It's about saying, hey, you can make it this way, you can make it this way. See? Yeah.
Hi, Nat. Palm trees.
Is paper cuts on YouTube? Yes. No, and I'm not Green Stuff World, sorry. Never mind, dude. They've expanded. Have you seen their premises now? Right, to make sure I'm not missing anyone with the old paper. Oh, I'm maybe missing someone.
Palm trees.
Not palm trees.
Yeah, look.
Let me log in, you git. Just the one? Paid, so dues paid. Come on, log in. Will there be scope for alt-terrain for different coloured grounds, such as reds? I can't see any reason why not. Come on, you git.
Pigeon.
Pigeon?
No, just saw the word pigeon.
A BA pigeonhole.
Pigeon.
Right, what's... Oh no, that's Simon. Right, there are no others. We're good. Ah! Maybe some lizard man, May and terrain to go with the Burma stuff to avoid the BA pigeonhole. I planned that out. I did a full I have this plan for a old style Warhammer Fantasy Lizardman temple. You know, really nice. Yeah, that could be dropped onto the Burma build as sort of. You see, the Lizardmen temples, they're quite a lot like the very early Burmese Buddhist temples. And so, Mel, I'm in Suffolk. Are there any shows or conventions like Salute, etc. coming up soon within a reasonable drive that you know of? As Salute is cancelled. Have they cancelled Salute? I didn't know they cancelled it. Partisan at Newark is next Sunday. No, Partisan at Newark is not next Sunday. Tam. Partisan at Newark is Sunday the 22nd. I know.
Are you going?
Yeah, I've booked me and Emma got an Airbnb for the Saturday night.
Can I have the little ones?
The little what?
Like the girls.
No, you can't
look after the girls.
You don't want to look after the girls.
I want to look after the girls.
They do want a day with you sometime soon.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Let me look after them for a night. I know how to make
DNC
food.
Northwich was today. I saw that. Yes, Aztec pyramids. Those sort of things I do want to tackle. Like I say, from my point of view, I've still got a lot of work to get back in the channel. You know what I mean? Hey, Natman! So let's get that PVC upgraded, Mel. Thank you, buddy. And if you are liking the show, the links are down below. Let's start roll. Right.
Volcano.
Yeah, we do volcanoes.
I've seen cactuses as well.
Oh, where did you go cactuses?
Why was there a massive phase of that as well?
Right. Yeah, urban cacti. That was West Side's thing.
Well, now it's Gary's.
Right. But no, so I have got a lot of work to get back in the channel. I mean, I think it's fair to say that I am doing a lot better now than I was doing at the start of the month. And if we have another month where, you know, it goes this well, then I think I'm going to start looking at a couple of feature projects to start build. Some really nice ones. You know, we can vlog and... Stop it. Yeah? So I think that's the way I'm going to go with that. Yeah? Now, I want to say thank you to all you lot, because I've had a couple of mares getting these live shows started, yeah, and you stuck with me, and you turned up, and I'm here, yeah, and it's good.
We have an army.
Do we?
Army.
Then that's not an army.
Yeah.
We have a detachment.
No, it's an army.
Actually, it's a clan, the Terrainiacs clan.
No, my detachment has like 14 people.
I was thinking Warlord Games has Aztec warriors on flying condors. They do for that weird game that they've got. Come on, get end and got to turn on my pork roast on. Alright, I'll wrap it up soon enough. You're a natural presenter. Folks stick around because they like listening to you. Thanks, Ryan.
He's talking to me.
Well, you're not on the videos, are you?
Yeah, that's why they don't move good.
Could you mix in lava channels, like the purpose-built lava runs instead of the water between stone channels? Yeah, I could do that. That was planned. More like a horde. Yeah. Or a horde of flockers. Partisan is May 22nd. It is, and I will be there. If you'd like to meet the girlfriend, she'll be there with me. Emma will be at home cooing on the sofa. She's watching the live show.
Hi, Emma.
Yeah, it's just what you call it. She can't figure out how to chat on a TV. The Bob Ross of terrain. Good to see you, Mel, and your advice on shelling effects is invaluable. Glad it helped. I've said the same, Mel. I remember a long time ago before COVID saying things, keep it going. Who?
I think that's Emma. I'm not too sure. You say hi.
No. Hi guys. Hi Emma. Everyone's saying that. Happy little palm tree. Would it be fair to call us an angry mob? No, that's the girlfriend. And am I going to ignore her messages?
No, you're not.
Yes,
Pick
I am.
up the phone.
No.
Get the phone.
No.
I'll get the phone if you don't.
You can get them. Oh yeah, you're getting nothing. It's locked.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, you don't know my PIN number.
You know, is it your phone?
Is it my phone?
Is this even your phone?
Willa doesn't realise what I've done is used the wrong phone fingers to lock my phone for a minute.
Yeah, it's probably fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Mel, can you teach us how to model the airplane models on those telescopic radio antennas, please?
Pardon me.
I think I've got a model. What do you call it? A model aircraft in over there. There's lots that I can do. I'm just glad to be back, folks.
See?
Sorting out, Willow. Right.
And see you.
Broadside is 4th of June in Kent. That's one down south for you. Right, guys, I am going to wrap this up now because I'm feeling a little queasy. I need to get some food in me and just settle. Thanks for a wonderful show. There is a terrain video on Tuesday. Yeah, patrons, it's already on Patreon if you want to go catch it early. Otherwise, come and have a look at how I'm doing my muddy ground for my big Burma build. And in the meantime, guys, you know what I need from you. 10 taps. 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the yeah. And 1 to put a smile on my face because it's been a cracking show. We're all glad to have you back. I'm glad to be back, Carl. Have a great night. Feeling better.
Bye,
Good
Emma.
night. Do us a favour. Stop skipping your beauty sleep. Will do, Vorpal. Right, folks. Laters.